Good morning, Year 5. So today we are going to be looking at two digits and multiplying those two digits using an area model. Now this might be new to some of us, but what I'd like to do first is have a little quick recap of what we did last week with our one-digit numbers and to make sure we set them out in our formal method as we know it. So last week I was super impressed by how many people could use this short multiplication method and how quickly you were answering the questions that I gave you as well. It's absolutely fantastic, so keep that up, Year 5, okay? So I'll let you have a go. If you pause the video, have a go at these three questions in the formal method as we did last week, and then we will move on to area model today. So here we have an area model. Now an area model allows us to partition our numbers to see them in their tens and their units. So up here we've got 44 because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tens and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Then I've got 32, so I've got 3 tens, 1, 2, 3 and 2 ones, 1, 2. Okay, so that has now broken it down. Now this is using place value counters. You can use place value counters or there is another way you can do it. So we have a look at these place value counters. We've got 40 times 30. Now sometimes, if you look at it here, the best way to look at it is if we just sneaky get rid of these zeros to start off with and we do 4 times 3. So 4 times 3 gives me 12. But I've also got 2 zeros to add back on, which will give me 1,200. Now the way we can check that is to count them. So we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,001 and 1,200. So that is correct. We do have 1,200. The next one we can do is 40 times 2. Now again, we could just take off our 0 and in this column here, so I've got my 40 times the 2, so that this is where my answers will end up. So I have 4 times 2, which is 8, but I've got the extra 0, so that should give me 80. Now let's double check it again. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So that is correct. Then if we move on to these numbers on this side, we have 30, remember, and we also have 2. So we're going to go across to this one because we've already done 30 times 40. So we're going to do 30 times 4 for this one. So again, I could just quickly get rid of that one. So 3 times 4 again is 12. But then if we add our 0 back on, it's 120. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So that is correct. Then a final one we've got to do is 2 times 4. So we come down for this one and we go across this one. So 2 times 4 is nice and simple. It gives us 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we just leave our answers like this? No, we don't. You are correct. We add them up in a column addition. Okay, so how we could do that is if I quickly erase these ones so I can quickly write them in a quick column addition for us. So we had 1,200, we had 120, we had 80, and then we had 8. So, quick column addition. Obviously, you guys will be using it on your squared paper. So, in my units, I have 8. In my tens, I have 2 add 8, which is 10. So, I have the 0 and carry the 1. Then I have 2 and 1, which is 3. And then I have the extra one down here. So, I have 4. And then I must carry on my thousands. It's 1,408 is our answer. So 44 times 32 gives us 1,408. Now another way you can set it out is like this. Now some of you might find it easier to do it this way and it will be a little bit quicker, But if you need to draw the place value counters to start off with, that is absolutely fine. If you find it quicker to do it this way, then again, that is absolutely fine. If you know your times tables really well, then this way would be a lot easier. So what I want you to do is have a go at using an area model like we have just done for these 3 questions. Okay, what I'm going to do is go through the first one, and then you will do these 2, and they will be checked when you post them onto Class Dojo. Okay, I'll give you a couple of minutes if you pause the video and have a go, as this is a new thing for you guys to look at, so you might find it tricky, you might find it easy. So pause the video and have a go at these 2 questions. Okay, so let's do this one. So 40 times 40. My answer is going to go in here. So 4 times 4 is 16, as I know that is a squared number. Then I have 2 zeros, so I have 1,600. Now I can do my 40 again, so 40 times 2, so I can go down this time. So 40 times 2, so double 40 in that sense. So what is double 40? Double 40 is 80. Then I'm going to go 40 times 5. So what's 4 times 5? So 4 times 5 is 20. But because there is an extra 0, I need to make sure I add that onto the end. Then I have 2 times 5. What's 2 times 5? Simple stuff, that one would give me 10. Then we do a quick addition here, column addition. So 1,600, 200, still not used to writing it on this very strange format on the computer. And then we have 10. So quick addition for us. So we've got nothing in our unit, so we keep that as 0. 8 and 1 is 9. 6 add 2 is 8. Couldn't think then. And then we still have our 1. So your first answer should be 1,890. Remember, we go 3 numbers in for our comma. So 1, 2, 3. And our comma goes there. So if you got it right, give it a big tick. And as I said, we'll check these ones when you post it onto Dojo. Now, as I said last week, if you're feeling a little bit stuck on this as it's a new concept, I want you to try these questions first. The numbers are a lot easier for you to start off with. And then if you feel more confident, you can go straight onto these questions. So remember to pause the video on the screen that you want to complete. You can always go backwards and have a go at these questions, or you could try some of these first and go straight onto these ones. And we also have our mastery challenges, and you must make sure that you explain using STEM sentences. So ask for why, meaning you must explain. Here we've got the word explain as well, so that must be done correctly. Then we have a mastery challenge. I'll be very impressed if people can prove this answer using an area model. And that is our maths for Monday morning.